What we're going to do is we're going to look at the discriminant. The discriminant is a formula to tell us how many answers our quadratic has. Does the quadratic have one answer, two answers, or three answers? This is really going to be helpful when we're graphing quadratics in the next unit because what it'll tell us is does it cross the x-axis twice? That would be two solutions. Does our quadratic cross the axis once? That would be one solution. Or does our quadratic cross the x-axis 0 times? So it tells us how many solutions that we're going to have without really spending a lot of time solving it. We're going to get into the quadratic formula next, which solves all quadratics. The other methods have some limitations. The quadratic formula has no limitations. It can solve all of them. It's just a little bit more work. So we'll look at that next time. But right now, what we're going to do is we're going to focus on the discriminant. The discriminant formula is b squared minus 4ac. And that right there, if it's less than 0, it's no real solutions. If it's equal to 0, it's one real solution. And if it's greater than 0, it's two real solutions. Now, we'll mention why it is this way next time when we go over the quadratic formula, because there is a specific reason why it is that way. But for right now, what we're going to do is we're just going to use the formula to determine if there's no real solutions, one real solution, or two real solutions. So with the first one, our a value is 1, our b value is -6, and our c value is 9. Once again, remember a is in front of the x squared, b is in front of the x, and c is the number by itself. So we're going to take the -6 squared minus 4 times 1 times 9. That gives us 36 minus 36, which is 0. So 0 means that there is one real solution. Now, let's look at letter B. Our a value is 2, our b value is 8, our c value is 1. So we have 8 squared minus 4 times 2 times 1. That would be 64 minus 8. And 64 minus 8 is 56, which means that there are two real solutions. Now, let's look at letter C. The problem with letter C is that in order to solve it, it needs to be set equal to 0. So the first thing that we're going to do is we're going to add the 4. And we get x squared minus x plus 4 is equal to 0. Our a value is 1, b value is -1, and c value is 4. So we have -1 squared minus 4 times 1 times 4. And that gives us 1 minus 16, which is 15. And -15 means that there are no real solutions. Pause the video and try the next 3 on your own and see how you do. So our a value is 1, our b value is 3, our c value is 10. We're going to go 3 squared minus 4 times 1 times 10. 9 minus 40 gives us -31, which means that it is no real solutions. So looking at letter E, A is 3, B is 2, C is 1. So we're going to go 2 squared minus 4 times 3 times 1. And that gives us 4 minus 12, which is negative 8. So once again, no real solutions. And for our last one, once again, it needs to be set equal to 0. So we have x squared minus x minus 6 is equal to 0. A equals 1. B equals negative 1. C equals negative 6. So we have negative 1 squared minus 4 times 1 times negative 6. It gives us 1 plus 24, because a negative and a negative is a positive. That means 25 would be two real solutions.